This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Tonight on The South Today, ID fashion judges begin the demanding task of sorting through this year's entrants. Strike a pose. Heavy traffic poses a very real challenge to roading crews as the Kaurarau Falls Bridge is redeveloped. And Southland Girls High School students get a little and they give a lot as their community week unfolds. Kia ora, good evening with The South Today on Craig's Story. ID Fashion Week judges in Dunedin are at this very moment sifting through entries in the Emerging Designer category looking for their winners. The designers are showing their creations at the Dunedin railway station for the very first time, allowing the public to get up close and personal with the garments.
It's all on for Thursday night, one of the two big shows of Dunedin's fashion event of the year. I'm Rosella Bone. I'm here with the models at Dunedin Fashion Week. It's judging day for the emerging designers.
I think the most fun part is just meeting the different designers and having cool conversations with people you wouldn't meet otherwise.
Originally from Russia, but I moved here for university and just kind of doing this for fun.
The young designers will stand alongside household Kiwi names like Tanya Carlson for the ID International Emerging Designer Awards. You make the designs. It prints on a printer.
Yeah, it prints digitally on this is on a ScubaNet, and then I sew it together. So yeah, I cut it out of the fabric and yeah.
So it's all handmade, 100% by you.
Yeah, 90% by me. Yeah.
I think we're nervous every time for the first walk of the night until you go out and start walking and see the audience.
Who are you wearing?
Cecily Reid.
It's Australasia's largest emerging fashion design competition, with 33 finalists from around the world. New Zealand, Australia, China, Italy, Singapore, USA, Switzerland, Austria, Argentina and Canada are all in the running for the top prize of $6,000. And the way they're draped in this sense, is that also a throwback to sort of an older style of costuming?
Yeah,
isn't it?
Yeah, they believe like fabrics have their own life and that they should not cut them. So what we did is like we use this way of draping like they do, but with typologies from nowadays.
Some of the local designers have aspirations to head as far afield as New York after the show. The first, second and third place winners will show their collections at the ID Dunedin Fashion Show held at the railway station. Roselle Labone, The South Today.
Police are working to identify people who died in a crash on the Taonau Milford Highway last night. The crash between a passenger bus carrying tourists and a rented car happened just before 3 o'clock yesterday afternoon. Southern Area Commander Inspector Joel Lamb described the incident as horrific. Everyone on the bus was able to get out, however the smaller vehicle burst into flames before anyone could get out. Witnesses say there were 2 people in the smaller vehicle. Inspector Lamb says it will take police disaster victim identification team some time to identify persons in the vehicle. Police and victim support are providing assistance and support for those involved in the crash. Heavy traffic is proving to be a big challenge for contractors working on the State Highway 6 Kaurarau Falls Bridge at Frankton. However, the NZTA says the project has picked up real momentum since Christmas and it should be finished by the end of the year. Mina Amso reports from the road.
Traffic seems to be a challenge not only for everyday motorists but for the Kaurarau Falls Bridge construction. Senior Project Manager Phil Dorset says it has been the biggest challenge.
The traffic over the last 12 months has grown quite considerably in Queenstown, and that's put more and more pressure on contractors to manage that traffic and minimise the delays.
He says traffic will get worse with the ski field opening in June, and the heavy afternoon traffic will coincide with skiers leaving the remarkable ski fields. Dorset says the project has picked up momentum despite challenges and delays, and so far the foundation are in the river.
The last two piles are being excavated at the moment, and there are two piers which are complete and have steel resting on them, and the other piers will catch up. So the piers are the columns and the crossheads on top of the piles which will support the structure.
But there's more yet to be done.
And as the piers are completed, the steel will be launched. That is pushed from the south embankment out over the piers, and that will be as far as pier number 4, and then the last two sections of the structure between pier 4, 5 and between 5 and the northern abutment will be lifted in by crane. Once that steelwork is in place, there's a precast concrete slab goes on top of the steelwork, and then a concrete topping to provide a smooth, continuous surface.
Bridge project was meant to be completed mid-year this year, but now has been pushed until the end of the year. Night work will begin this Sunday until Friday next week from 7 p.m. until 6 a.m. 10-minute traffic delays should be expected between 7 p.m. until 11 p.m. and 50 minutes traffic delays expected between 11 p.m. and 6 a.m. each night. Mina Amso, The South Today.
Dunedin Members of Parliament David Clark and Claire Curran delivered petitions to the Beehive this afternoon. Dunedin North's Dr Clark handed the petition to Dunedin South's Claire Curran and to Labour leader Andrew Little on the steps of Bowen House. There they are now. There's a paper petition based with more than 3,300 signatures and an electronic one with more than 4,800 signatures. Both are urging the government to begin the Dunedin Hospital rebuild before this year's general election. David Clark believes the paper-based petition carries more weight and it should be referred to the Parliamentary Select Committee. It is election year. Southern Girls High School students are discovering all that Invercargill has to offer to them, and by extension they're discovering what they have to offer Invercargill. It's the Year 7's Community Breakout Week and they're making the most of their freedoms outside the classroom environment.
They're young, energetic and out of the classroom for a week.
Hi, I'm Ruby Spink in Invercargill at Bushy Point Reserve, where the Year 7 Southern Girls High School students are doing their annual community breakout.
They're learning about conservation.
They're in here at Bushy Point. We've been stomping around clearing plants so that they can be sprayed and released and allow sunlight to get at them to grow better. And they're also experiencing planting trees, which is probably really, really important because they will be able to come back in 10, 20, 50 years' time and say, you know, I planted those.
But they're not only planting and caring for new forests. Year 7 teacher Elaine McAvoy says over the week they're learning about financial literacy, taking art programs, orienteering, going to the library and doing a beach clean. She says this week is a great experience for the girls.
We've been doing this for a long time in Year 7 and 8, and it's a chance for the girls to go out into the community and see what the community has to offer, and also to help along the way. And we have people coming in to talk to the girls from the community as well. And it's just a chance because a lot of our girls come from outside of Invercargill as well, and they're not always aware of what we have on offer here in the city. So it's a really nice time for them to, it's a whole citizenship-based week.
Barry Smith says although the girls aren't spending a long time at the reserve, their contributions go a long way.
And although they only get a few minutes doing each particular little task, what we have in the end is a number of hours of work, probably 100 odd hours of work that's gone and put in by these young ladies, and that means that's 100 hours of work we don't have to do, and it makes it a lot easier.
Elaine McAvoy says it's a great bonding experience for these girls, who are in their first year at a new school, and it gets them connected with the community. I'm Ruby Spink for The South Today.
Still to come on The South Today, a special breakfast for the models at the Dunedin Chinese Gardens. And although approved by the Queenstown Lakes Environment Council, an Environment Court will hear objections to a proposed water sports facility.
say the grass is always greener, but not if you have Ready Lawn. Call Ready Lawn today and make them green with envy.
Here is this week's Mole Map UV report. Did you know if you tan easily or have dark skin, you're still at risk of skin cancer?
If you've ever been on a sunbed or been badly sunburnt, what are the chances you could have melanoma? Remove the doubt. Get a mole map.
Hi, Lindsay here from Alex Campbell, South Dunedin. We've got a great deal. It's a massive menswear liquidation. It's not ours, but we've gone all the way to Christchurch and bought the Darby Brothers Menswear's entire stock. You can save up to 70%. We must move it through quickly. Happy shopping.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Hi, I'm Dennis Charlotte, and road racing motorcycles is my lifetime passion. It's a massive adrenaline rush, but the high-speed crashes have been tough on the body over the years. I almost felt as old as my mate Ian.
Sportsval, supporting tendons, ligaments and cartilage. And Energy Plus helps replace the energy that everyday living takes away.
Now I feel more alive and have more sustained energy to really enjoy my racing.
Buy 2 packs of Sportsval and get 2 packs of Energy Plus absolutely free. So call now, 0800 502 402.
Garrador Dunedin, delivering quality stylish garage doors in Dunedin for over 15 years. New doors, replacement doors, repairs and maintenance are all part of Garrador's quality service. Garrador Dunedin offers a full range of modern quality doors to suit any home. Come visit the team at 553 Kaikoura Valley Road. Visit www.garrador.co.nz or call us on 488 5676.
Grandad loved his family and surfing, in that order. He taught me to surf, and we spent a lot of time in the water together over the years. When he died, I strapped the camera to the nose of his old board and filmed the paddle out at St. Clair. Gillian's played the video on the big screen at his funeral. Grandad would have loved having everyone come out one last surf with him.
Gillian's Funeral Services, helping families celebrate the lives of their loved ones for generations. Gillians.co.nz.
Active Furnishers Limited, home of quality service with superior product and an in-house design team who are always happy to advise and create an imaginative solution for you. Active Furnishers Limited, part of Dunedin's design history.
Arrow International knows what the essential ingredient is for accomplishing great projects, working with great people. 30 years on and 3,000 projects later, with 10 offices and 400 staff nationwide, a company who values partnerships with their clients and carries a strong reputation for passion, integrity and the love of a challenge, excelling in the construction industry and helping to create, with our partners, more iconic New Zealand buildings.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician, for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
Saturday night is now 3 hours of Hollywood movies. Tune in for the hijinks of Laurel and Hardy or the smooth moves of Fred Astaire.
Sprindale. They've become very good friends.
Saturday nights, 7 till 10. Thank you for staying with the South today. The Environment Court appeal against the proposed Lake Wanaka water sports facility is being heard this week by Judge John Hassan and 2 commissioners. The appeal has been brought by the Save Wanaka Lakefront Reserves Group. The group objects to the lake site in Roy's Bay being used for a building that would provide facilities for rowers, swimmers and kayakers. The building proposed by the Wanaka Water Sports Facilities Trust was given consent last year by 2 Queenstown Lakes District Council commissioners. The current hearing includes evidence from 22 witnesses and is expected to continue until the end of the week. Fashion show delegates from Shanghai, emerging designers and models attended a very special welcome breakfast event in Dunedin's Chinese Gardens this morning. The event was hosted by the Dunedin Shanghai Association as part of Fashion ID Week.
Dunedin turned on a glorious sunrise for the first day of the ID Fashion Week, and the international visitors were up in time to see it. I'm Roselle LeBone reporting from Dunedin Fashion Week. I'm here at the Chinese Gardens where a special breakfast is being held for Shanghai models who are here in Dunedin for this special occasion. The models were treated to herbal teas, fruit salads, berry and muesli compote and hollandaise and egg pastries before the really hard work began on the runway. Mayor Dave Cull was on hand as the welcoming committee and for selfies. It was Jia Lingguo's second trip to Fashion Week. Last time she appeared as an international designer.
It's the first time I've come to New Zealand in 2012.
She says she hopes the models will have time to take in some of the city's sights and maybe even visit the beach.
I'm truly enjoying being Dunedin, and they say it's peaceful and very beautiful here.
The Shanghai models missed a connecting flight yesterday, but made it to Dunedin in time for the start of the judging and the shows beginning tomorrow, Thursday night. Roselle LeBone, The South Today.
We will return with stories on Central Otago's Wool On creative fashion event returning. You still have time to enter. And how do you think a multi-ethnic Dunedin would look 20 years from now? We have more ID fashion events, tomorrow's ODT and your weather as the week slowly times out.
Don't suffer in silence. Call Sunny Chin, Chi Master Body Technician for structural, muscular, emotional bodywork. Phone 03 4250 606 for all your pain relief.
Get finance and get on the road. Talk to MTF today.
Hi, Lindsay here from Lance Campbell, South Dunedin. We've got a great deal. It's a massive menswear liquidation. It's not ours, but we've gone all the way to Christchurch and bought the Darby Brothers menswear's entire stock. You can save up to 70%. We must move it very quickly. Happy shopping.
Alex Campbell Menswear, it fits.
Silverhorn Active Manuka Honey from the natural Manuka forests of New Zealand. Buy one 250-gram pot for $34.90 and get a second pot for half price. Order online at silverhorn.co.nz.
University of Otago. Usually the atmosphere is charged with the energy of student life. But this week is the week before exams.
Hey, Tane. Not now, man. I'm panicking. Come on, mate. I know just what you need. In here? No. Is this it? No. This is the place to ease your stress.
Hey Tane, fancy a little cuddle?
Ecrotech Limited have been supplying beekeeping equipment and honey products in New Zealand for over 100 years. A specialist manufacturer of hiveware and plastic products for the beekeeping industry. They are the leading supplier of beekeeping equipment nationwide. For all your beekeeping needs, visit ecrotech.co.nz or call 0800 117766.
For over 35 years, Roslyn Mowers and Heating have been selling and servicing outdoor power equipment and are well established in home heating, installing wood fires. Call in and meet the friendly team. Roslyn Mowers and Heating, 150 Kaikorai Valley Road.
Bring some more joy into your world by adopting one of our adult animals at SPCA Otago. Call now on 473 8252. Please adopt a pet now, they will love you forever.
We're a 25 Moray Place, Dog with Tails Cafe and Bar. So we take coffee very seriously. We do what's called contract roasting, so we're creating our own roasting profile and then doing our own blends. We're really focused on the craft of what we're doing. You know, we're going back, instead of going on mass-produced sort of cheap things, we're taking the time to really craft what we're making. Make it so anyone can come here and have a feed and be able to get something they're able to eat or that they want to eat as well. You're kind of getting a taste of cafes from all around the world when you come here.
Travelling this weekend? Think slow.
Put your seatbelts on for this one and rev it up. Thursday night is Motorsport Night. Proudly brought to you by multi-award winning Garrador.
Thank you for staying with the South today. After a hiatus of a year, Central Otago's Wool On Creative Fashion event has returned. The annual event, which used to be held alongside October's Alexandra Blossom Festival, has grown into a separate entity entirely. Previous year's garments have recently gone on display. There they are now.
At Central Stories here, they have all of the Supreme Awards. This was Louise Crook's winning garment from 2015. These other two garments are winners of different categories from 2009. The garments are held in Central Stories, and every now and then we get them out and have some activities surrounding that.
A final call for entries is being made this week, with the closing date for entries extended until Friday, this Friday, March the 24th. Designers then have another month to complete their garments, which must be handed in by Thursday, April the 27th. Good luck, get on with it. The Dunedin Multi-Ethnic Council is planning to coordinate a meeting of city groups to discuss how the Edinburgh of the South should look in 2040. The topic has been raised on International Race Relations Day, which was yesterday.
Dunedin has changed greatly since the 1990s, when the city's slogan, "It's all right here," was easily parodied into "It's all white here." Dunedin Multi-Ethnic Council Chairman Paul Gawley says there are many factors for increased ethnic diversity in the city.
And we only have to walk along George Street in the Octagon here as we are today and see so many different people. 40 years ago, I think if we took a picture of 100, 95 of them looked like me. 3 of them were often Chinese who had come around about the same time, and some of our Polynesian brothers and sisters. And today, we walk around and we see we've got the United Nations.
The year 2040 will be the bicentennial of the signing of the Treaty of Waitangi, and Gawley believes now's the time to discuss the future.
We're planning to spend 3 days on the marae with different parts of the community, looking at what is our strategic plan going forward to 2040. How does Dunedin again show national leadership, country leadership, in looking at the direction of the country. Clearly we are going to be multi-ethnic, and does this mean that we're moving into wanting to be multicultural, which sounds like a lot of separation, or having and being able to identify the culture of New Zealand?
He says the meeting in June is scheduled to be hosted at Dunedin's Arai Te Uru Marae, and will include representatives from tangata whenua, civic leaders, local politicians and stakeholders, all with a vision to Otipoti 2040. Daryl Baser, The South Today.
All right, let's review the hot stories on The South Today. ID Dunedin Fashion Week judges are sifting through entries in the emerging designer category right now, looking for outstanding design. Heavy traffic is proving to be a challenge for contractors working on the Calderdale Falls Bridge at Frankton. That's a big project. And Southland Girls High School students are getting to know what Invercargill has to offer them through some outdoor learning. Time now to have a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT with the very cheeky Phil Summerall. How are you, sir?
Yeah, good, Craig. ID Fashion, more on that, of course, with pictures. Story about the bed tax, border tax, to sort of help Queenstown. The government word that certainly does look dead in the water.
Oh, it's a sinker.
No surprise.
No surprise.
Otago Regional Council defends its 3 bottled water consents, so that's worth reading. There's always 2 sides to these stories, whatever you might think.
Yes, indeed.
The focus on farming, a big supplement tomorrow, lots of people stories in there. Sally Ray does a very good job. Good. Big thing about the Hoare family, so it'll be interesting. I thought I might mention the opinion page, interesting tomorrow. World Views, Gwyn Dyer is always interesting. Joe Bennett's on tomorrow. Great. And guy from the university, James McLaren, I'm not sure how you pronounce his surname, but the point is he's talking about how you have a good discussion with someone you simply don't get. He's talking about in the Trump era, how everyone argues past, and he takes a course of critical thinking, and in simple terms he gives a series of tips on how to discuss with someone who's very, very different to you.
I'm not sure what you mean, Phil. Thank you very much indeed. Cheers. All right, time now for looking at tomorrow's weather. Cheers, Phil.
This weather update is proudly brought to you by Silverhorn Sportsfell.
Southern view, that is the Karorau Falls near Queenstown. Just a beautiful part of New Zealand. The Chinese Scholars Garden in Dunedin. That's a place you simply must go to. And that is Queen's Drive in the lovely city of Invercargill. Terrific place. At the situation, a curly sou'wester slipped across Te Waipunamu, bringing a few showers and cold temperatures today. More can be expected over the next 48 hours, but fine weather waits in the Tasman, making for a fabulous roadworthy trip weekend. In the verdant south, Balclutha, Catlins Gore and Lumsden, it's light sou'westers, a little bit of cloud, temperatures in the mid to low teens, but it's pretty. That's the story. Get out and enjoy it. To the central look, Alexandra, Queenstown, Te Anau and in Wanaka, light winds, a little bit of cloud and 15. In other words, it's lovely and fine. Off to the north, Oamaru, light winds, cloudy, Denheath, Custard Squares and 15. Omarama, light winds, a little bit of cloud and 15. Timaru, light nor'easters, cloud, fresh pasta and 15. And Twizel, light winds, a lot of beards apparently in Twizel at the moment. Cloudy and 15. In Dunedin tonight, fine and delicious 9. Thursday, more fine weather, sun, unbounded, scattered cloud and light sou'westers. A cool night though, 8 and 13. Friday, fine again. A repeat of Thursday, 8 and 15. Invercargill, fine and cool tonight, 8. Thursday, more sun and study at SIT. Cool sou'westers dying out. Another chilly night for you, 8. And 7 and 14 for Thursday. Friday brings a little cloud increasing as the end of the week arrives. Showers late in the day. Cold sou'westers, be aware, 7 and 14. 7 and 14 all across the board lower. And that is all for Wednesday the 22nd of March. I'm Craig Story. It's been a privilege. Thank you. Good evening.
This bulletin proudly brought to you in association with Alex Campbell's Menswear.
Supporting local content so you can see more of New Zealand on air.